Imagine having to pay back a loan you didn't even take out because you got scammed.
That happens to a lot of people, right?
And then the bank is like, too bad. You gotta pay us.
What kind of bank does that?
Well,
When they're
bank-
like, it's not even me that did it.
Yeah, there's a bank in Russia.
It's Russian.
A Russian bank.
Russian.
So this Russian man, he got his smartphone stolen, and
Not very smart.
it wasn't.
The phone was smart, not him.
Oh.
Even though it's not his fault because it was stolen, but okay.
Exactly. So his phone was stolen, and he had that bank mobile app in his phone, and so the person who stole his phone ended up going into the app. Actually, first of all, they said that they were going to be returning the phone. So he was like, oh, okay, cool. You found my phone. Awesome. And because of that reason, he also didn't have internet access for 24 hours after losing it. So he wasn't able to block his SIM card or do anything significant to prevent his phone from further getting hacked or whatever. And so, and that time that the hackers told him that he was going to be getting his phone back, they were actually lying and buying time in order to get this loan out, and the amount was for $20,000. It was 1.5 million rubles, but
That's a lot of rubles.
You can just request a loan in an app.
that's the thing that the victim is like, fuck you, bank. Why is it so easy to get a fucking $20,000
The sign
loan?
shit. What the hell?
Yeah.
I wish it was easy to get a loan over here.
Well, the thing is, they managed to withdraw 140,000 rubles, which is about $1,900, to their accounts before the bank blocked the transfers. And so for that amount of money, 1,900, the bank is coming after the victim and saying, well, you're responsible for this loan.
Why?
It was in your name. You didn't block your SIM card. You didn't report your phone stolen fast enough. It's your fault.
Damn.
And so now he has to pay interest on it. And so they're saying...
The phone don't have a Face ID or something like that?
I was thinking.
Oh, no. Sorry, really quick. The way that they were able to verify is by giving an electronic signature, which that signature is the bank texting a code to the phone, which they had.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh. No, because I was thinking about the Face ID thing, and I was like, how would I crack a phone? I'm like, I wonder if this would work. Weapon?
Bank of Russia.
It's just saying words.
I was thinking if I was like,
That's the most Joe thing ever.
if I found a phone and I want to get into an app and it had the Face ID, I wonder if it would work if I took the phone. People probably have selfies on there, so I send a selfie of the owner's picture to my phone.
Doesn't it go on like a depth thing
It
though?
does.
It does?
For the iPhone, it has this depth.
It does that.
It's not just a picture of you.
Same with like Instagram filters. You know how it like morphs, like you know how you see the lines sometimes because they're actually going in like the depth of your face.
Hopefully he has he doesn't have an iPhone maybe.
And then I'm just trying to understand more verification processes to pull a $20,000 loan. And then even if you get approved for a $20,000 loan or whatever the rules is, they only give you increments at a time before
That was weird to me too. I was like, why wasn't the whole thing? The only way that they explain it is they managed to withdraw.
They transfer money like in the
Maybe-
movies where it's like, and you see the bar, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000.
It's loading.
Yeah. They're like, come on, give me the
The
money.
only way it can make sense.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I can see is maybe their applying for a bank account process is more stringent than ours. So maybe there's like a lot of information they have to provide up front so that this loan process could be easier. That's one.
That is something to point out really quick that they did mention that it was a pre-approved loan.
Oh.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's his fault that his credit is already so good that any loan would have just got
And
approved
then-
anyways.
And then for the bank to be like, no, you still have to pay it back. I can kind of see it from the bank's point of view because it's been such a long period of time, like 24 hours, I think is what she mentioned.
But what if she was in the mountains?
True. I know, but like as a bank, you have to
He was wrestling a bear.
right, training. Yeah, as a bank, you have to protect like your shit too, and you know how many people are trying to like hack the system. So maybe for them, they're like, nah, this looks fishy already, you know?
But over here, don't our banks have like insurance? So if there is fraud, at the end of the day, they can get the
Investigate
money from
and
insurance.
stuff. Yeah, they can
it just seems
investigate.
like they're refusing to even
Investigate
at
it?
all, like nothing. And so the whole thing here is that the bank wants him to pay the loan back and also the interest. And to point out, he was saying that the loan interest is very high. If within 5 years you pay off a loan of 1.5 million rubles, then the interest alone is 300,000, which is about $4,000. So he has to pay.
That's a lot of money he has to pay. He can't just make a police report. Call the KGB.
Well, that's the thing. To the bank,
You can
they're
call the
saying this wasn't fast enough.
There's a hotline.
It wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
the
what if he was fucking tied up? And they're like, sorry, buddy, you're not fast enough. Bitch, I was in a chair tied up like this with things around my mouth. You should have said something.
Make sure it didn't happen.
I know, right? Picture.
Like, no, the guy had my phone. I couldn't take it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so a member of the Moscow
Mafia?
Lawyers Board said,
Moscow Mafia.
I was thinking more of a sports team like the Moscow Meatballs.
I was thinking the drink.
"What is it with you and meatballs?
I like meatballs?
Meatballs and meatloaf? I don't know."
Oh, I do like meat.
Yeah, but yeah, so
I thought he was gonna say balls, but that worked too.
anyway, what I was trying to say was that this member of the Moscow Lawyers Board said, if the bank was not notified in advance, in fact, the risk of adverse consequences can be easily assigned by the court to the victim.
Yucky. That's
To be
a
fair, that
bummer.
does make sense though.
Really?
It makes sense. It's not a fortunate thing, but it makes sense, right? Like if I was the bank and I had no idea what was going on, and if you were pre-approved and you were willingly and accepted to using a digitized app in order to manage your funds,
You
and stuff
assume
like that,
risk.
Yeah, right. It's like, and then it's like if whatever verification code, security breach, what, like as a bank, I have no idea. But if I wanted you to stay as a customer, then I might have a fraud protection program or concept in place, or an insurance thing that could protect from moments like this. So like technically, I don't blame the bank, but then I also would think this guy would be a fool to keep banking with that bank. As
Yeah,
well.
you gotta leave Bank of Putin.
Yeah.
Alpha, it's called Alpha Bank.
Alpha Bank?
Go to Beta Bank.
Oh, that's a. Go to Bank of Putin then.
Beta Bank.
JP Putin Chase.
Chase is already the last name.
I was listening to this one podcast, and it just blew my mind how like different countries operate differently.
Yeah, they got a lot of corruption.
Yeah, so like this, our banks, this one happened here, right? But so there's this guy who was traveling with the kettlebell to India, and because this is part of his thing. And then so when he got to the airport, the Indian, like I guess TSA was like, hey, just put the kettlebell, just stuff it in that guy's luggage.
Open up someone else's luggage?
Put it in the blue duffel bag. And then he's like, wait, you want me to put it in the stranger's duffel bag? He goes, yeah, just put there, and then when you land, you just pull it out of it.
What?
And then I was just like, what the fuck? Different people, like different countries literally have different ways of just thinking about stuff and like handling things. I'm like, that is just crazy.
So did he do it? What happened?
Oh, I don't know if he did or not, but he was just telling the story of like,
Can you imagine being the guy with a duffel bag? You pick it up, you're like, what the fuck? Why is it so heavy? And then you're like, yoo-hoo, that's mine, sorry.
He said yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo.
In his hands too.
Yeah.
yeah, and he said when he was in Japan, like they're like, you don't bring it on a plane like this is not packaged. So they the flight attendant packaged it really nicely, even put a handle on top of it, and she carried it in heels, like running 100 yards while sweating profusely.
Kettlebell?
Wait, why is this his thing? Why does he
Why does he have a
Why did he bring
kettlebell?
kettlebells on the plane?
So it's a long story, but he's the guy that started Spartan Race, and on one of the guys that he first was coaching to motivate the person, because he was like 600 pounds, he was letting him know that for every pound that you lose, I will carry that with my life.
Oh, that's cute.
So that way we can transfer your weight to me. And then so that became a thing. So now he was like, wherever he goes, he
Still has to carry
has it.
600 pounds?
This is, well, it's like 45 pounds now, but that's his thing where he goes, wherever he goes, he carries it.
Forever?
I don't know. I think it just became his thing. It's just his.
warmed my heart. Does he have multiple clients he has to carry off?
He's like, all my clients, I don't know. He's just walking with the barbell.
That blue duffel bag has hella kettlebells, dude.
I don't know.
I know the fact that they picked a duffel bag is what kills me. Because I'm like, you could have easily gotten a roller, made it easier. Like to pick the stranger bag.
What if the bag was like filled with like electronics or something like valuable? You just drop it on there.
Different countries just do things in different ways. It's just crazy.
Yeah, other countries just steal your things
Yeah.
as you're leaving the country.
Are you talking about Turkey?
Morocco. Yeah, they stole our
That shit happens at LAX. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
They took my drugs last time.
You know they took my bullets? I was really mad.
I mean, you didn't know you had
I mean,
them.
they're
with you.
bullets.
Though they said that, would you like to put it on your check-in?
Check in.
And I was like, I'm going to Australia. No, thank you. And I let them have my bullets.
The difference though between carry-on and check-in is pretty vast. So like I totally accidentally, had a pocket knife that was left in one of my backpacks, just from like moving or something like that, and I had a pocket knife in my backpack. I was going home from Singapore, and I was the last one getting on the plane with the other Kinjas. Everybody made it on, and they stopped me.
But that's Singapore though. That's the worst place to be caught with a knife.
But they were so nice about it because
They're like, oh, he's a stupid American.
whole like 4 or 5 militarized people came over, like full machine guns, like everything, and it was just like I didn't even know what was going on. And then they like checked the bag, pull out the knife. I was like, yo. Like, first of all, it's a really, really kind of gaudy knife because it's like the cheapest rated gold one on Amazon. It was like $12, highest rated. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna open my box with a gold knife. Anyways, got this thing. It looks really intense because you know how they do that. And I'm trying to explain to them, I'm like, yo, like, I know it looks crazy, but it's the cheapest, highest rated one on Amazon.
Did you pull it up?
Right now. No, they didn't let me. Right? And then the entire time they were just like, they had to file this huge report. It was a huge thing. They believed that I wasn't a dangerous person, but it was a huge deal. And then the lady, the flight attendant lady, was just like, do you think we could put it in his check-in?
Was she like all nervous and shaking?
She was kind of cool. It was just literally I was the last person, so they needed the plane to go, and they had to file this whole report, keeping back, and I was like, can we put it in his check-in? And then the security guy's like, if his check-in is still here and they can stop it, yeah, just put it in the check-in. And I'm like,
Keep it.
I could be a murderous person, but like that's all it takes, you know what I'm saying? So they radio the person who's just putting the bags in, they bring the bag all the way up, they put the knife in the check-in, and then like you're good to go.
Damn.
And that was it. Didn't file a report.
So you went into Singapore with this knife?
I somehow made
You
it
left
in.
Singapore.
No, throwing it away is actually a problem. If I have to, I guess whatever the idea of the jurisdiction is in that way, or the legalities is, if I have that knife and I choose to throw it away, it's like almost like assuming responsibility, like it is mine in that way.
Like if someone takes it and stabs someone,
sure,
then you're in trouble too.
Yeah, but like they're like, if we keep it, we have to file a whole report. But like if you keep it legally, then you could just go right now.
So you could have kept it in your check-in. Yeah.
But it was in my carry-on, so it was
they don't like the carry-on because then you can pull it out and fucking dig it in the leg.
It makes a lot of sense. It's just crazy to think like that's how like the rules can be just, you know,
bypass them.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of countries that allow firearms, you can check in your firearms because people travel and they hunt and then they need to go and they like their own little get-up, you know? So that makes sense.